Mr. Gallo, we are live on YouTube and recording.
All right, I'm still missing one person for quorum, correct?
Yes,
And we have it.
Jeff
Missing just-
Harold.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
He's joining now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Jeff. You're muted, Jeff.
Roger that.
Thank you. All set, Mary?
Yes,
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Environmental Impact Commission meeting on February 9th, 2022. It's a web-based meeting hosted on Zoom. All votes are by roll call. First item on the agenda is roll call. Jeff Harold,
Yo,
Mark Massoud,
Here.
Alex Walk,
Here.
myself, we have a quorum. Thank you. Did either one of you gentlemen listen to the recording from the last meeting, Mark or Jeff?
I did not, no.
I did not either.
Okay, we'll approve these minutes at the next meeting, Mary.
thank you.
First item on the agenda. Let me get started here. First item on the agenda, regulated activity 1139, Summit Development 100 Reserve Road. Richard, did you have anything else you wanted to say on this, or are you all set?
Nope, just that Paul and I worked together and Paul did address all of Jim McManus's points outlined. And that is in response to the sidewalk that we conducted. It does look that all the questions and points that Jim raised were addressed.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Beecher, anything you'd like to say, sir?
No, Mr. Chairman, we've read the report and we're fine with the report.
Anyone else have any remarks on this report?
Bless you.
We need a motion to approve of the summary ruling with the 13 conditions.
I'll make a motion to approve the summary ruling for application 1139 with the 13 conditions.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion made and second to approve regular activity 1139 with a summary ruling and the 17 conditions. Any remarks from anyone on the commission? Okay, I'll try your minds. Jeff Harold,
Aye.
Mark Massoud,
Abstain.
Alex Walk,
Yes,
Bernard Gallo, yes. 3 yeses, 1 abstention, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Sorry it took so long, guys.
No worries. Have a great evening. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is regulated activity 1150 Pioneer Realty, 15 Myrie Brook Road. Richard, you're all set with this, I assume?
15, yes, sir. I'm all set with that. There was a project impact report that went out with 6 conditions.
Okay, fine. Is the petitioner here? The applicant?
Yes, we're here. Emily Jones here from Civil One Engineering. We were the site designers. I also have Megan Miles, the land use attorney, online here.
Good evening.
Did you read the report?
We did read the report, yep, and we're fine with the conditions,
Accept-
yep.
Acceptable, I assume?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I need to make a motion on regular activity 1150 with 6 conditions and a summary ruling. What's your pleasure?
Make a motion to
Anyone wanna make
accept, I'll make a motion to accept the summary ruling on regulated activity 1150 with these 6 conditions of approval.
I'll second that for 1150 with the 6 conditions.
Thank you.
Oh, am I?
Remarks, questions? If not, I'll try your minds. Jeff Harold,
Aye.
Mark Masood,
Aye.
Alex Wolf,
Yes,
and myself, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. Good night. Next item on the agenda is regular activity 1152. Pamela Equities Corporation, Candlewood Pines. I think, Rich, you had something on this?
I did have a question. Yeah, so I've been reviewing the documents that were submitted, and then I'm still in the process of cross-referencing this current application 1152 with the previously filed 769. And, you know, we did have a short week. I do not have a report ready at the moment, but I will continue to work on it.
Okay, is the applicant here?
Yes, yeah, Nick Juszczak is here from CCA LLC, 40 Old New
Okay.
Milford Road.
I'm sorry.
Would you like me to
Go
walk
ahead.
through the application once again? I know there were questions last week, or if you have any specific questions, I can address them.
Rich, do you have any now, or you're just still gonna go through it by yourself?
So I guess my main question is, so we do have an old soils report. Was there anything additional that has been conducted on the property?
Yes, I think that information was submitted last week to the office pertaining to this 1989 soils report. There was further wetland delineation conducted by Eric Davidson, registered soil scientist. This happened on March 1st, 2006. So this is much later. And these wetland flags are in fact depicted on the most recent site plan as submitted. They're there, in fact, in front of the site that we're talking wetlands flags 14 through 20.
Mm-hmm.
And we did submit this documentation to the EIC, I believe, last Thursday. And there's a letter from Environmental Planning Services dated March 1st, 2006,
Yes, sir.
describing the site walk and referencing our site plan.
Perfect. Yep, that's what I've been referencing. I'm kind of going back and forth between 769 and 1152, both EIC approvals, and just cross-referencing and making sure that it is exactly the same proposal. But
Right.
thank you for answering that.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention there's a lot of history to this permit. Like many of the newer commission members here tonight, I'm learning the finer points of this application. After last week's questions, I consulted with Stephen Sullivan. He's the civil engineer who I'm filling in for, who has been involved with this project from the beginning. So we sat down, we've been going through the files, trying to dig out these various letters and document them and forward them to Mary, and so she could pass them on to you. There's a lot going on. There's been tax assessors map numbers that have had to be resolved, and so much time has passed. There's a lot of confusion. I'm learning about this project, and the more we get into this, the more I'm learning about it, and I can tell you about it. So that's basically where we stand at this point.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, a motion to table is in order.
Jeff was muted
Anyone
there.
like to make-
Motion
Sorry.
to table application 1152 for Pamela Equities Corp.
Till our next meeting on the 23rd.
Till the next meeting on the 23rd.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Motion made and seconded to table regular activity 1152 Pamela's Equities Corporation until February 23rd, 2022. Roll call vote. Jeff Harold,
Aye.
Mark Masood,
Aye.
Alex Wolf,
Yes.
and myself. Motion carries. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much. See you next time. Good night.
Okay. Good night. Okay, let's see, next item on the agenda. Item number 1154, Gail and Jason Reiser. I believe you're here somewhere.
We
Yes.
are.
We are.
Okay. Rich, did you have anything you wanted to say on this before we let them speak?
No, I think my questions and comments would be after. So if they want to present it first, and then we can kind of go.
Okay, okay. Who's first, Jason, Gail?
Why don't you
I
take the
think
lead?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, Jason and Gail, I grew up at Lake Wabeeka. My grandfather actually started the community, so I have deep ties to the community and a deep respect for making sure that the community stays ecologically sound. So we purchased a tear down house from the Rosenbaum, from Rabbi J. Rosenbaum. House has been abandoned for over 10 years, give or take, with no maintenance at all done inside, outside, anything. The house was eventually sold last year to a house flipper where he started tearing stuff down. Then through a series of events, we purchased the house as is, exactly the way that it was from the house flipper. Since then, we have hired a builder who's actually has built houses in Lake Wabeeka, so it's very, very skilled and knowledgeable. And we have put in, I believe we're just about ready with plans for the house. Thank you for filing the permits. And from there, to build the house, we do have to take some trees down. I've already met with Richard at the house, and we had a very specific discussion about what trees can and can't go. I've also met with Lake Wabeeka, the board, both Dan Lynch and the corresponding secretary, which I believe is Katie, and they were in agreement. I actually met with them before I met with Richard. And everybody was in agreement with the trees that need to come down. Most of them are dead and some of them are alive, but the alive ones are only and very specifically in the way of construction. Other than that, we have no plans, nor do we want to take down any more trees than necessary.
Okay, thank you. Richard? You're muted, Richard.
It finally gets me. How many trees in total?
Let me just see here. Done. Dead trees are 6 dead trees and 4 alive trees. And most of those trees, the dead ones, are hemlocks.
Gotcha. Are we gonna plant any new ones in
100%. So what our plan is on the east side of the property, if you have any of the paperwork that I had on the proposed site plan, on the east side of the property where it says 48 feet, I had spoken to Dan Lynch. we want to put, whether it's trees, evergreens, whatever it might be, the most important thing is things that are sustainable and things that prevent erosion to the lake. That's the most important thing. Then, as the septic field goes in and the driveway goes in, then we'll see exactly what space we have, what we can put there. And then, of course, we're going to landscape the property as well, and keeping in mind very clearly lake erosion and those kinds of issues.
Perfect. So there will be some kind of mitigation at the end once the house is constructed?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Richard, you want to put that in your administrative approval when you do it?
Yes, sir. I'm going to put that in the administrative.
The next meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Need a motion to table this until the next meeting when staff will have a report ready for us.
I'll make a motion. We table regulated activity 1154 pending information through Richard at the next regular scheduled meeting on the 26th, I think. 23rd. So when is that?
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to table regulated activity 1154, our next meeting on the 23rd of February. Roll call vote. Jeff Harold,
Aye.
Mark Masood,
Aye.
Alex Walk,
Yes.
and myself. Motion carries. Thank you. You'll have your report next meeting, hopefully.
May I ask a quick question, since I don't
Sure.
understand quite what just happened? So Richard's going to write a report, and then from there we come back to the next meeting, and then we see if we're approved to take down the trees?
If he writes a report and there's no problems, it'll be approved or disapproved at the next.
Of course. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Meeting. Violations for the members who weren't here at the last meeting. That's a carryover from the last meeting. We won't be addressing it until February 23rd, our next meeting. That's the one on 21A Virginia Avenue. Next item we have is adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion made, second to adjourn. Any remarks? Questions? Roll call vote. Jeff Harold,
Aye.
Mark Masood,
Aye.
Bernie Gale, Alex Wolf.
Yes.
Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thanks a lot, people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, Irene.